Hey players, we're back. We're gonna give this another shot. Westgate Super Contest and the Circa Million. We're doing 5 games against the spread. If you were following me last year, you know I do underdogs. Same game plan. We're gonna find 5 live underdogs every week against the number. Down the road, we'll throw some over-unders, maybe do some betting tips to see how we feel. Last year was okay, it wasn't great. Total transparency. This year, let's shoot for the moon. Let's make some money, guys. All right, let's start off right off the bat. One of the first morning games will be the Tampa Bay Buccaneers going into Minnesota. I made the point spread 3, Buccaneers +3. They're getting 5.5 to 6. I think there's value in the Buccaneers. Hear me out. The Vikings won 8 of their games last year by 1 score. They were outgained. They were minus point differential. They've lost some players. Obviously, they lost Cook. Tampa Bay's walking in there with a little chip on their shoulder. Brady's gone. I think last year they were kind of sleepwalking through the season. I think Brady was almost a hindrance. There was waiting for him to go on his way. Baker Mayfield is not one of the top 10 quarterbacks, but the guy can play football. He started in Cleveland. He can throw it with the best of them. He's got tons of weapons. He's Godwin. He's got Evans, running game. One of the better defenses in the league. I call for that team to go in there in Minnesota for the upset. I would definitely look at a money line that one. That's my first game. Tampa Bay +5.5 to 6. Number 2 game, morning. San Francisco 49ers are going all the way to Pittsburgh. So that's one of those time clock issues in the morning. So I think obviously they're a great defense, but they're meeting a good defense. Purdy, I'm not sold on him yet. I think we have film on this guy now. He had surgery. And the whole quarterback situation was kind of a mess this offseason. Pittsburgh and Tomlin are great home underdogs. I think the two defenses kind of neutralize each other. And with Pickett with another game under his belt, I love the way he's been performing towards the end of the season. Quick little fact, Pittsburgh was the only team whose offensive line started every game last year. So you know that cohesive offensive line starting already. So hopefully they can neutralize Pittsburgh's pass rush. Got Bosa back, but he missed all the training camp. And another thing about the young quarterback, he's missing Kittle. When you're a young quarterback, you do 2 things you want to have a lot. You want to have a running game, and you want to have a little security blanket, and that's Kittle. He's not there now. So you want to have anyone to dump off to. Might rain too. That just helps the home team a little more. I made the game Pittsburgh -1.5. They're at +2.5. This is a 3-point swing. That's my second game. I think there's a lot of value in that game. Once again, looking for the outright upsets. Afternoon game. I was kind of back and forth. This was my 5th game I picked. But I'm taking Green Bay. They just own Chicago. I know that's Rodgers. The last 8 games, 8-0. He's gone. But loves to have plenty of time for 3 years to sit behind him and learn things. He's facing Fields, who's a young quarterback. Chicago cannot stop the run. And what did Green Bay do better than anything else? Run the ball. Chicago, I think, had the 31st worst run defense. So run the ball. Like I said earlier, it's a quarterback's best friend. 8-0 the last 8 times they played on Green Bay's ledger. So that's going to be our morning game, our afternoon game. Our 4th game, this people can think I'm crazy, but I love New England bringing in Philadelphia. If you followed me last year, you know I thought Philadelphia was overrated. I know I eat a little crow. They went to the Super Bowl, so I guess they were not that overrated. But look, it ended up they had the easiest schedule of all the teams last year. They've lost 7 starters. We know the Super Bowl jinx. Losers lost. The first game out coming back, they're 3-17. So there's always always a letdown coming back into the season. Philadelphia lost both their coordinators, offense and defense. So there's a lot of moving parts that they're missing out on. And plus that weak schedule. Belichick, home dog, and they're going to run the ball. They're going to play defense. They're going to make it an ugly game. I'm saying 17-10 or 14-18, something like that. Pretty low scoring slugfest. Take the points. Another upset winner. And lastly, we're going to Sunday night. New York Giants hosting the Dallas Cowboys. A little interesting trend here. Home division dogs on week 1 are 7-0 the last 7 times this situation happened. I love we signed up the stars with Jones and with Shaquan. So we have our stars all signed up. Dallas, they're a paper lion. They're a pretty girl they're all looks. I think they go in there. I think Jerry Jones is going to be pissed off with another start to lose this season. I'm not a Prescott guy. Are you? No, I don't think so. So I made it quick and short, which get a little more elaborate as the season goes along, because pretty much you're going off. I'm making my own power ratings and my own numbers, but until you see a couple games, you really don't know. No one really plays in the preseason, so we're kind of guessing. But I like my 5 guesses. We'll see what happens. So stick with me all through the whole season. We're going to progress. Hopefully, we'll do well. Try to get some 4-1s, 5-0s. Hopefully, try and always get those 3s and 2s. We want to hit the high 60%. Try and cast on some contests and cash some tickets. That's about all I have to say for this first episode.
Subscribe and don't forget to hit the like button. Now go home.
Go home. Good luck.